We're back once again, only on It's After Hours, only on the After Hours YouTube channel. Joining me here on location, this young lady here, well, she decided to hop on the bad foot, do a good thing, and now she has one of the top OnlyFans accounts in the industry. And well, she is planning to make things a whole lot better in 2023. I give you the Midwestern MILF and the hardworking cougar. I give you Mallory
Thank
Knight. Mallory, let's start off here. So, what made you decide to do this in the first place? Like, what made you decide to hop on the bad foot and do a good thing?
Well, I have a girlfriend who's been in it for about 3 years. And so she had been actually talking to my husband about what she was doing. And so he mentioned it to me. And I've always been open sexually, and that's always been kind of a big part of my life. So I called her up and we went to dinner, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know this kind of a world existed. This is so exciting. Tell me more.
So, take me to the first time you shot. Like, how nervous were you when all of a sudden you realize, okay, I'm gonna be doing this. It's gonna be on the internet. Everything on the internet is forever. So, like, what was going through your mind when you shot it, and how nervous were you, or how, I guess, comfortable were you doing it?
Well, I was pretty nervous the first time. My girlfriend, like I said, she's the one that mentored me in all of this. And so my very first experience in this was creating a custom video with her for one of her clients. And I was nervous, so I drank some wine to help settle the nerves. But once we started going, I was just having so much fun that it felt right. It felt good. I loved it. Plus, the gal that I work with, or I've worked with quite a lot, she and I have a really good connection with each other. We've been friends for several years. And so that helped a lot because she helped me feel more comfortable and helped me feel sexy. And so my first experience was fabulous, and just made me want to do more.
So how much do you invest in this? Like, because I'm guessing, yeah, for it's a business. So, you're looking around going, okay, well, I gotta go to different locations. I gotta sometimes fly people in. You gotta do testing. Like, how much does it cost just for you to start putting it together, let alone, like shooting the content, just getting everything lined up and getting everything organized?
That is a really good question. Actually, I have just started working on my taxes, so if I had gotten them finished, I could have like given you a percentage. But uh, my husband always will say to me, "Will you make a profit at the end of the year?" And yes, I have. As I've been going through my numbers, I was surprised at some of my expenses that I have had, like plane tickets and renting Airbnbs and buying new outfits. That's the best part. Makeup, hair, nails, all the things. But it, even though it's a financial investment, it's so much fun that it doesn't feel like, oh, that's a huge expense. Oh, ooh, I don't want to spend my money on that. I'm like, ooh, rent an Airbnb. Okay, let's do it. Ooh, I get to fly to Vegas. Yeah, that's going to be fun. So it's part of the fun. Yeah, it's part of the expense, paying for those kinds of things. Um, but it's worth it because being able to travel and meet new people, that's fun. Then putting in the time, right? Um, so the money, the time in order to create the content to get it out there.
Let's talk about the husband. What's how does he help at all? And what is it about him that, even though you're working with some beautiful and sexy people, you still love him? I can tell in the voice, like you really love this man. So what is it about him that A, does he help out, and B, that makes him like the one for you?
Well, he's always been so supportive of me, no matter what I do. Uh, he's always been my biggest and best cheerleader. He's always wanted me to be um, the best version of me. So if I have something that lights my eyes up, that makes him happy. So in this industry, in this world, he gets some benefits. He gets to be my co-star probably the most. so so that's fun for him because I'll be like, hey, I've got this idea. Let's film this. And so that's quite a benefit for him. But then, of course, I'm traveling and I'm away from him and I'm on my phone and on my computer a lot because this job is demanding that way, right? You got to be present, you got to be marketing, promoting, working. So sometimes that pulls away from him. But for the most part, he's like, you go, girl. This is something you love. So he's always like, all right, you got this. You go, you do your thing. And that makes us really good together that way.
So who do you work besides your husband? Who else do you work with? Like who else are some of the people that you collaborate with the most because you just trust them?
Well, my best and favorite co-star is Fallon. She's the one that brought me into it. So I work with her a lot. Um, a lot of my video library has her in it. We're really good together. She's tall, we're both brunettes. We're both very sensual, and so we work really well together. So she and I then have gone to a collaboration in Vegas and done some things. So yes, she would be the one that I work the most with and will continue to work with. Our clients really like us together, and so whenever we get together, we end up doing a lot of custom work together. So I've also collaborated with some guys that I really enjoy that are OnlyFans models. And I have a couple that I like that we work really well together. So we'll probably work together in the future also.
So how should somebody approach you? Like, if there's a lot of people, I'm guessing you want to approach you, they want to collaborate with you, and you get probably some good ones, some bad ones, and some ones you're like, really, really, really? Can you really put any thought into this? So, how should somebody approach you and say they want to collaborate with you?
Well, my favorite, well, actually, the only people I'm currently collaborating with are OnlyFans models. So if someone approaches me, say on Twitter or Facebook or any other social media, that's the first thing I ask is, do you have an OnlyFans page? And then we share pages so I can see like the content that they create and what kind of things that they're into and their style, things like that. Then I can tell whether I feel like we're going to be a match and we're going to work well together. And then we can start a conversation about the things that we would like to create together, uh, the things that I have ideas about or they have ideas about. That's kind of the process. Um, I do get a lot of I do get a lot of people asking to collaborate with me. Uh, so working with OnlyFans models really allows me an opportunity to see what kind of work that they've done in the past.
How tough is it finding people, especially where you're at? Because it's not like you're in one of the hubs, Florida, Nevada, California, even New York. You're in the Midwest. There's not much around. So I'm guessing testing sometimes is tough. So how tough is it like sometimes finding people just nearby to go, hey, can you want to shoot and not like plan it 2 or 3 weeks or even months in advance?
That is a struggle, especially being here in the Midwest. I have been searching for people that will have like Midwest in their bio or uh, something that shows me that they're close, and then I contact them. So I'm sure they're looking at me the same way I look at them, right? Like we look at each other's OnlyFans pages. So I'm always on the lookout looking for someone local. But I do travel So that that helps that I've got a so-called international airport here in my city. So I can I can fly different places, which does make it difficult if say I've got a really great idea. I'll be like, hey, get this idea, let's do this. But yeah, if I need a guy that I want to shoot with, or two or three people, then it does take a little bit more planning ahead, or travel, a little more expenses.
So you say you have ideas and stuff. Like, so what kind of stuff do you like shooting? Like, give me some ideas that you come up with that you love doing.
Well, because I am a cougar out of all four, like, mommy or stepmom, right? So like I do a lot of the stepson, stepdaughter,
Peekaboo!
those kinds of things.
Oh,
Um, so I like that kind of scenario kind of thing. I really do like the scenarios where it's like um, my husband's boss was over for dinner and oh my goodness, we're flirting. And then is it okay with my husband? That kind of thing. Or like I've got my sink is backed up in my kitchen and I need to call the neighbor over to help me. Right. And then we're like, ooh, I've been watching you mow the yard. So that kind of fun scenario type stuff is what I like to do. Are you there? Did I lose you?
you're black.
No, you did. Sorry, but I was saying, how much do you enjoy putting in like the creative process? How much do you enjoy like working on something that you put thought into it, you put work into it. There's creative juices flowing.
Oh, I I love to create. I always have had a very creative mind. Uh, so when I come up with an idea, then it gets me thinking, what kind of an Airbnb, will I need to
I didn't know it
rent,
was
or
saying
what kind of space will I
that.
need?
Hold it up
What
and
kind of
there.
what kind of costumes will I need? How do I want to do my hair?
One look at
Uh,
one
I,
is like this, the other one's down like this.
oh,
Damn, I didn't think it was in there with everything else.
I'm hearing some
All this?
I'm
Oh,
hearing
but
some other voices. Is that you?
Keep doing. My apologies.
Oh, that's okay. Uh, so anyway, yeah, the creative process. I love that. Then creating that whole story and how it's going to look on camera, and then getting the lights and getting the makeup just right, and uh, even the wording. I try and think about how I don't like it scripted, but I do kind of like to get into a character and like think about what would be her mindset and what are the kind of things that she would say. So when I'm working with someone, that like how would we talk to each other in this storyline, and what are the things that we would be saying in order to be able to get frisky with each other. And so yeah, everything from the backdrop to the lighting to the costumes to the people, it all, you know, that's fun to me. Um, but in order to get a nice quality video, it's important to be able to put all of that together, so that the end result looks nicer. I mean, I'm obviously very amateur, but I would like for uh, my product to look classy and look well thought out.
So what's the plans for you going forward? Like, are you planning to go to conventions? Are you planning to do more traveling later on the fall? Like for you, like what's the game plan for 2023?
I am planning on doing more collaborations and doing more traveling. That is top on my list. So I'm in contact with a few people currently, trying to get some dates and some plans and ideas for more videos. So that's top on my list. I haven't thought about going to conventions yet, but a few people have talked to me about that. So that might be something that I would be interested in doing, if there was like a friend that I could go with. Um, I'm just going to keep learning how to be a better promoter and marketer of myself. I am always learning. Every single time I talk to another model, I learn something new about marketing and promoting and creating. And so that is also high on my list, a big priority. So making sure that I'm on all the, all the right venues that allow me to promote myself the best and the most efficiently too, so that I can get out there to all the people that want to see what Mallory's doing, what's up in Mallory world. Like, I just want to make sure that I'm out there, and so that people that want to see me can have access to me. So that's really important.
Oh, there you have it. I give you the beautiful, the talented, the very intellectual. I give you Miss Mallory Knight. Mallory, before I let you go, where can fans check you out at? Where's your Twitter page, Instagram, the OnlyFans, the many vids? Where can fans hit you up at?
So I'm on Twitter, uh, Mallory Knight XO. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on OnlyFans as Mallory of the Night with a K. It's Mallory Knight with a K. I'm also on Facebook, but not very much. Twitter is probably the main place, and Snapchat and Instagram. For now, it's just OnlyFans. I am going to be looking into getting into many vids and Fansly this year. So yes, another goal of mine, many vids and Fansly. So that'll be coming soon.
Mallory Knight, ladies and gentlemen, once again, always an honor, pleasure. Have you on the show. We come back. A lot more going on here, only on It's After Hours, only on the After Hours YouTube channel.